So now that you have a cause that you're passionate about, you have a message that you want to convey, and you have an action that you want your viewers to take when they see it, it's time to figure out some compelling visual images to help you tell your story. The best images are going to follow the same principles that your story does, which is that they're going to be compelling, short, and to the point. So first I want you to watch a classic PSA that asks you to not do drugs and tells you why. Take a second, and I mean a second, to watch this. So together, those words and images told you everything you needed to know about why you shouldn't do drugs, and it told it to you in less time than it took me to say this sentence, why. The reason is because they managed to use a visual metaphor to tell the story for you. So if you look at what happened in this very short PSA, they borrowed from all kinds of, information that you already know about what happens when you fry an egg. And one of the things that happens is, you can't go back. It's appealing to your sense of emotion. It's appealing to your sense of safety, your most visceral, basic needs. So, a lot of times you think of like people being sympathetic to causes, but you don't necessarily want to be sympathetic. You want to be impactful. And in this case, this impacted you because you were concerned about your safety. Another thing to consider in making your PSA isn't just the visual imagery that you use, but you have to consider also what you hear. There's an old adage in filmmaking that sound is 70% of what you see. So as a comparison of that, what I'd like you to do is turn the volume all the way off and watch that PSA again without sound and see how different it plays, even though you know what it says. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions? So say that to yourself as you see the images without any sound and see how impactful it is. Now I want you to do the same thing. I want you to play it again, but with all the sound one more time. So one more time, play the PSA. What you can see when you play it the second time is that a lot of the emotion that you experienced wasn't just created by the words, and it wasn't just created by the images, but it was created by the juxtaposition of the sound, the images, and the words. So those are three things that you need to consider when creating, as an artist, your PSA. In telling your story, how are you going to use these tools that you have? Words, sound, and visuals.